London, 1874. The first light of dawn spilled through the tall windows of the Sinclair estate, gliding across marble floors and silk draperies that whispered of perfection. In the mirror stood Lady Evelyn Sinclair, the Duchess everyone envied, yet the most silent soul in England. Adorned in pearls and satin, she looked every inch the portrait of grace, but her eyes betrayed the truth. Behind beauty and title lived a woman quietly fading. Each smile she offered at soirée, each laugh rehearsed for society's approval, cost her a fragment of herself. Lord Cedric Sinclair, her husband, was a man of stature and restraint, honourable, distant, untouchable. Their home shimmered with elegance and echoed with emptiness. As the grand masquerade approached, Evelyn's heart beat not for celebration, but for escape. And when the night arrived, veiled in music, mystery, and candlelight, a single encounter pierced through her silence. A daring conversation, a forbidden glance, a spark she had long believed dead. In a world that prized decorum above desire, Lady Evelyn Sinclair would soon discover that the most dangerous thing a woman could do was find her voice. Twilight cast a golden hue across the ballroom, where crystal chandeliers sparkled like dreams waiting to form. Typecast as a pair of elegant dignitaries, Evelyn and Cedric made their entrance, greeted by whispers of admiration. Yet as Cedric engaged in conversation with the guests, Evelyn's spirit flickered beneath the mask she wore, a delicate balance of longing and despair as her own existence felt overshadowed by the performance of propriety. Only in this temporary refuge could she hope to unveil her heart, oblivious to the course of fate set before her. As the night wore on, the melodies of the waltz soared through the air, yet Evelyn felt an ache that cut deeper than the notes danced around her. In its rhythm, she searched for a semblance of intimacy, but the embrace of her husband remained elusive. Lord Cedric held her hand lightly, ensconced in conversations of politics and gossip, while she drowned in a sea of vibrant masks, facades that eluded her grasp. The loneliness wrapped around her, a shroud of silence that turned her bright laughter into a mere echo lost amidst the crowd. Turning away from the throng, Evelyn found her reflection in the polished mirrors lining the hall. Her painted smile flickered with deceit, a ghost of herself wishing to break free from the confines of this opulent prison. In that moment, the emptiness burgeoned, and she could no longer ignore the yearning lodged within her heart. The next day, the Sinclair household buzzed with the echoes of last night's ball, where every good deed shrouded the bitter truths lurking at the edges. Amidst the chatter of society's elite, stories swirled like autumn leaves in the wind. Lady Clara Pembroke, the darling of the ton, revelled in relating embellished tales about the Sinclairs. For her, every whispered rumour dripped with the sweetness of envy hidden beneath her saccharine exterior. Evelyn, perched at a distance, overheard Clara's lyrical yet poisonous words, poisoning the atmosphere and clawing at her dignity. The weight of judgment pressed against her chest as she donned her public mask and laughed with disinterest, enduring the torment of hearing her own life's private sorrow transformed into fodder for the hungry mouths of society. In the days following the ball, moments of reprieve became scarce as tensions tightened between Evelyn and Cedric. The silence grew heavy, as if their conversations had been replaced by a tangible void. In search of solace, Evelyn stumbled upon an old chest filled with letters belonging to her late mother, wisps of romantic tales laced with dreams unfulfilled. Each letter unveiled a history she had yearned to know, bonds once whimsical, yet now severed by silence. She traced the ink with her delicate fingers, mourning the passion lost to the eternal constraints of social duty. Who was she, entangled with Cedric's expectations, when her heart ached for connection? The press of the past consumed her thoughts, driving her to pen a letter of her own, a missive of unfiltered truths she dared not share aloud, as though this ink could free her from the prison of silence. With an unsettled heart, Evelyn sought comfort in the company of Mr. Oliver Fenwick, whom she met during the ball. He possessed a radiant energy, one that cut through the oppressive silence enveloping her world. Their conversations drifted with ease, unearthing laughter that felt near foreign to her. One evening, amidst the blooming roses in her garden, she shared tales of her mother's letters, unveiling her innermost fears and the depths of her silent entrapment. Oliver listened without judgment, his gaze piercing through her facade to reach her aching soul. This sacred exchange sparked a flicker of hope within Evelyn, illuminating the first crack in her heart's barricade. Yet, beneath the burgeoning connection, uncertainty whispered through the air, a lingering dread that constellations of choice hung precariously in balance. With spring's arrival, the gardens of the Sinclair estate transformed into a tapestry of vibrant blossoms, a silent witness to Evelyn's growing introspection. She rode through the rolling hills, wild and untamed, reveling in the sound of hooves thundering against the earth that mirrored her racing heart. Her time among the petals and greenery became a sacred ritual, a dance with nature that nurtured her spirit. A poignant harmony existed between the flower's bloom and her transformation, a healing solitude where whispers of freedom entwined with the air. During these tranquil moments, Evelyn began to pen a journal of sorts, stitching together words of hope and dreams from inside her whispered confessions to the universe, fears wrapped in longing, waiting for the courage to emerge. With every stroke of the pen, she sought the imprint of her heart upon the pages, creating a tapestry of self that threatened to spill forth from her once contained existence. Yet as Evelyn blossomed, the shadow of crisis loomed ever closer, invading the fragile sanctuary she had built. Rumors of scandal circulated through the ballrooms, tracing the remnants of ambition and betrayal to her doorstep. Lord Cedric's reputation as a nobleman came under threat as whispers of financial instability rippled through society. In the face of mounting pressures, he grew distracted, caught between familial duty and the storm gathering on the horizon. Evelyn, witnessing her husband's struggle, felt the uncomfortable tension pull at the threads of her own growth. The stability of their lives hung in balance as she faced the terrifying truth. Could love survive the upheaval, or would they be torn apart by a world that rarely granted second chances? The storm arrived not just in whispers, but unleashed a tempest of emotions, culminating in a night of confrontation that changed everything. Cedric returned home exhausted and distressed. His demeanor hinted at the burdens he bore. With the flickering flames of their hearth casting dancing shadows, Evelyn ventured her heart into the conversation, her voice trembling, yet resolute. She bared her wounds, pleading for honesty and connection, questioning the silence that had bound them. Cedric, too overwhelmed by expectations and fear, toppled into vulnerability, revealing his own struggles. The pressure to maintain the family legacy overshadowed by a growing distance from the woman he cherished. Their souls finally connected over the chasm of silence, a moment of revelation as they explored the depths of their longing amidst the tempest around them. As they engaged in their passionate exchange, the walls they had erected crumbled, allowing the simmering truths to spill forth. Tears mingled with desperate confessions as they finally forged a space for honesty, each revelation igniting the fumbling embers of love that had long remained untouched. In his eyes, Evelyn saw shadows of his own childhood, his fear of inadequacy interlaced with the pain of losing his father's approval. Likewise, Cedric felt the gravity lift as he understood Evelyn's need to be seen and known beyond her title. As dawn approached, the weight began to dissipate, making way for newfound clarity. And still cloaked in vulnerability, they chose to confront the expectations of their lives together, embarking on a new chapter where courage was met with honesty, an unearthing of possibilities that would shape their shared path forward. Their newfound honesty birthed a transformative period where they sought to redefine their marriage, one built not on obligation, but on mutual desire for growth and acceptance. With newfound resolve, Cedric faced his family's demands with increased tenacity, conjuring the strength to challenge traditions that no longer served them. Evelyn, in her quiet bravery, began to explore her own passions, hosting discussions and salons to share voices, silenced by the constraints of society. Together, they forged bonds with new allies and redefined alliances in the world of aristocracy, balancing duty with personal truth. Their journey towards authenticity laid the groundwork for a marriage that echoed the depths of shared fervor, recognizing that true love transcends the prisons created by societal expectations, flourishing instead in the fertile ground of honesty and understanding. As whispers of their evolving partnership began to spread, envy lurked in the corners of society. Lady Clara Pembroke, never one to miss an opportunity to stir the pot, fanned the flames of resentment against the newly empowered Sinclairs. The whispers soon twisted into allegations, painting a narrative of scandal and intrigue that threatened to choke the very essence of their progress. Evelyn experienced her heart race as she gathered in the hallowed halls of the estate, absorbing the edges of concern that permeated the air. Though she felt a sense of solidarity with Cedric, the doubts still crept in. The very fears she sought to banish resurfaced, gnawing at her confidence and demanding space within her evolving world. She struggled to balance the newfound vigor of her voice against the realities of being under the scrutiny of a society adept at tearing apart the threads of reputations. As the weeks progressed, Cedric found himself drawn into the war of words, attempting to navigate the treacherous waters of society's expectations while protecting his wife from the mounting pressure. Conversations turned tense, and the inherent warmth between them began to fray. Unspoken insecurities seeped back into their lives as the stress drew them apart. Evelyn, feeling the constraints of society's undoing once again, sought refuge in the nightly journaling that had first given voice to her truth. Each word penned carried the weight of her beliefs and dreams, yet grappled with the shadows that loomed. It was a heady dance of hope fighting against discouragement, where she recognized her fight for identity was intertwined with Cedric's struggles, a testament to love drawing deeper threads amid skirmishes from an unyielding world. The frequent evening soirees held at Sinclair Estate drew gossip that quickened the pulse of envy in the society's elite. Despite the couple's efforts to remain true to themselves, they found themselves ensnared in a web of intrigue. Lady Isabella's spirited suggestions to challenge the status quo led Evelyn to question the weight of her ambition in a world that often rewarded the very silence she had fought so hard to escape. Just as Evelyn began to entertain the notion of their influence, a storm would arise in the shape of a scandal. Rumors ran rampant of Cedric's alleged involvement in orchestrating financial maneuvers to secure their position within the aristocracy. The piercing blade of betrayal struck, threatening to shatter what they were slowly rebuilding, and Evelyn felt a familiar wave of isolation sink in as doubt spread like wildfire between them. The delicate tensions came to a head during a particularly tumultuous evening, filled with elegant visitors, laughter echoing against the marble walls of their estate. As the atmosphere swirled with cacophony, Evelyn stood alongside Cedric, who seemed ensnared by whispers of camaraderie and strain, reflecting upon a world that felt increasingly alien. With the subtle clinking of crystal maintaining its grip on etiquette, Evelyn felt the growing chasm unfold anew, the very silence she had fought to escape dancing around her as she turned to Cedric with eyes alight with desperation. In the crisp air of the ballroom, she challenged the very notion of the facade they wore, confronting him about the accusations and the scars festering under their high society front. Epiphany ignited in a whirlwind as the air thickened, the moment prompting echoes of honesty that surged between them, mustering courage to face the weight of their truth in the face of the false narratives leading the whispers against them. In the depths of honesty, both Evelyn and Cedric reached an inflection point as they rallied against the storm. The path they chose demanded radical decisions, turning inward and choosing not to fear the judgments that once shackled them. Riding into business meetings with the stern strength of conviction, Cedric sought to clear his name, countering the false narratives with deeply rooted truths. Their commitment to each other tangibly shifted, morphing into powerful allies against the concerns of society's opinions. For Evelyn, the revelation was equally transformational. She began to rally other women caught in similar prisons of silence, extending her platform to intertwine their voices in unity. With each woman unwinding their stories, she stumbled upon an unparalleled sorority woven against the tide of societal constraints, discovering untapped potential not only for herself, but for others, reaching beyond their gilded cages. In an unexpected turn, the world of the Sinclairs echoed with challenges that reached fever pitch. Rumors swirled and accusations heard by the highest families pressing against their reputation. Cedric, emboldened through their fledgling partnership, rallied the members of high society, initiating open discussions fueled with passionate honesty. The town's meeting would be the battleground, and every voice that Evelyn summoned into that room marked a stand against the ghosts of silence that surrounded them. As the walls of their home blazed with firelight and trembling truths stood cast, battles of the heart intertwined in a tapestry of courage and sacrifice. The moments passed interwoven into a historical declaration, a past of stifled dreams giving way to a future conjured by fire and whispered heartbeats, where the fates of their characters would entangle and unite in strength against the societal shadows looming over their very love. The collective voices offered were reminiscent of a symphony resonating through the hallowed walls of their estate. Each woman, each life shared, sought to dismantle society's grip on identity, unveiling a profound nectar of validation sprinkled through soul-bearing tales. Evelyn felt the warmth envelop her, compelling her heart to recall the journey she had taken to find her own voice. The emergence of truth traveled deeper than ever before in her, where tenderness and strength mingled freely. In this breathtaking moment of conviction and reality, Cedric found sheer delight in the shared fire burning within their hearts. The two stood at the center of a rebirth, a renewal of love, forged not merely in social acceptance, but instead born from authenticity, kindled against constrained expectations. As they extended their hands to share friendship and understanding, the world they envisioned stretched before them, intertwined in their hearts and souls. As the eventful meeting concluded, it became clear to both Evelyn and Cedric that their love had transcended the worldly challenges they had faced. With the laughter of kinship still lingering in the air, they enveloped themselves in the warmth of one another's presence. Amid the distillations of freedom, they reclaimed not only their narrative, but ensured that the whispers of history acknowledged the strength of women standing united, casting off centuries of shackles. Together, they carved out a space rich with the tenderness of understanding and compassion, fortifying the bond of their marriage. The Sinclairs were seen now as pioneers in a world thirsty for change, embodying the journey of self-discovery and erupting from the ashes of silence. As seasons continued to turn, it was evident that their love had become a beacon of resilience, gently prompting others to rise from the shadows and discover lives filled with unbidden love and passion. In the years that followed, the Sinclair estate transformed into a haven for discussions on empowerment and self-identity. Lady Evelyn emerged as an advocate for women of all ages, her newfound voice gently echoing through the corridors of memory and hospitality. She became a symbol of rebirth, a figure beloved by all who lived not just in the confines of duty, but in a tapestry vibrant with color, pulsating with passion and design. Together with Cedric, they breathed life into every gathering, fostering dialogues resonating with sincerity, brilliance, and hope. As dusk settled upon the grounds where once silence prevailed, laughter intermingled with the sweet fragrance of burgeoning flowers, marking a promise. A vow carried forth to nurture the spirit of change, both within themselves and from the hearts of many who witnessed the transformation stirred by their courage. The heart of their journey culminated in the timeless realization: love is a delicate dance, one molded by honesty, resilience, and the courage to stand against a world that seeks to silence the authentic self. Their journey taught that while silence may loom, it is the whispers of souls that triumph in the end. In the fading light of twilight, wrapped in each other's arms, they faced not just their past but a future rich with possibility, a testament to the power of voice and aspirations nurtured from love's embers. As they gazed into the horizon, hand in hand, unaware of their collective impact on the world around them, they ventured boldly forward into a life that embraced both challenges and triumphs, a testament that love always finds a way to flourish, even within the most profound silence. Every life, every story intertwined, forming a brilliant tapestry of hope that echoed through centuries. In the years that lay ahead, the impact of their story echoed through generations, spilling from the annals of society into the hearts of eager listeners. At candle-lit gatherings, the tales of the Sinclairs became a balm, inspiring countless others to speak out and embrace their truths. Evelyn's legacy, once forged through silence, became one of empowerment, igniting the whispers of many women who sought to reclaim their own narratives, no longer afraid to turn their secrets into strength. Cedric stood beside her, illuminating the journey of both leadership and love, addicted to the joy that blossomed from vulnerability, a refreshing evolution of a marriage, a true partnership that became entwined in the fabric of society. Each step they took forward inspired a chorus, in which voices bravely entwined, forming a resounding hymn of all that is possible when love persists, unyielding and passionate, amidst the shadows of silence. As twilight embraced the estate, Evelyn and Cedric frequently reflected upon their transformative journey. a testament to their love and all they had cultivated together. Surrounded by the splendor and bounty of their shared lives, they understood that the bonds forged through trials and tenderness had created a tapestry that vibrated with history, passion, and dreams taking flight. Gifts given freely, of shared laughter, unguarded moments, and empathy, contributed to the blooming of both their hearts and the world around them. Their resolute belief in the transformative power of thoughts and words became a cherished mantra, a gift knitting communities together. In every blooming garden and illuminated night sky, it became abundantly clear, even in shadows carried forward through valleys of doubt. True love possesses an unmatched resilience, guiding souls towards realization and hope against the comforting light of a new dawn. In the aftermath, Lady Evelyn emerged as a symbol of empowerment, guiding many toward the light of self-discovery. Through her unwavering honesty and commitment to self-expression, she reminded all that love flourishes not in silence, but in the bravery to reveal one's truth. As their love story journeyed through candle-lit gatherings, guests exchanged whispers of hope, an understanding that authentic relationships, anchored in understanding and empathy, make the world a kinder place. In the end, love offers the most profound lessons, echoing through the ages, that every heart carries untold stories waiting to be released. In celebration of love's power, share this tale with anyone who needs to be reminded. Speaking one's truth fuels the heart and ignites the soul. As winter turned to spring, Lady Evelyn continued to nurture her gardens, where vibrant blossoms mirrored her newfound spirit, each petal unfurling like a promise kept. She breathed life into every meeting, every gathering adorned with tales and laughter. Cedric stood beside her, a partner transformed, exuding warmth as he learned to root deeply in his own truths. The estate blossomed, not merely a structure confined within walls, but a space imbued with love and growth, teaching all who pass through that there exists an indomitable spirit even amidst the soft echoes of vulnerability. Through the intertwining of their stories, the legacy of the Sinclairs emerged, one of love imbued with courage, forever lighting the way for those traversing the silent shadows. The journey stretched further than they imagined, an exciting adventure led by the undeniable truth that where love thrives, silence cannot ensue. As Evelyn's garden burgeoned beautifully in the sun, so too did her spirit. Woman after woman, heart after heart traveled to the estate, seeking the refuge of understanding that Evelyn carefully cultivated. The laughter that resonated through the halls became engraved in their spirits, instilling hope and courage, creating a tapestry of unity knitted by shared dreams and clarity, diving into the depths of vulnerability. Through it all, Evelyn remained steadfast, a guiding light in a world yearning for more. Yet even as her journey continued, she never lost sight of the love that had ignited her own transformation. It thrived in the bonds forged by friends and allies, each contributing their own colors to the intricate design that decorated their lives. The path forward led to resilience, and every corner turned brought them closer, aligning with the universal truth that freedom begins the moment one speaks their own name. Year after year, the Sinclair estate hosted gatherings that bloomed with the laughter of children, a testament to love's persistence as friends echoed their sentiments to the greater world. Lady Evelyn became synonymous with nurturing voices, shaping a sanctuary touched by authentic relationships, breathing life into a community once cloaked in silence. Cedric evolved alongside her, an unwavering pillar through each chapter, providing a safe foundation to embark upon new adventures. Embers of courage from their hearts rippled far beyond, shifting the perception of what it meant to live boldly within the aristocracy. Every woman who dared to stand in her truth was a piece in the quilt of strength enveloping them collectively. The very essence of resilience sewn together formed an imprint across generations, a vibrant indication that transformation truly begins anew every day one chooses to embrace authenticity. Their story unraveled through time, woven seamlessly with the growing community driven by the spirit of change. The gatherings gained wisdom, with each generous heart inviting stories of old, narratives both tumultuous and bright, merging lives captured by the echoes of their past. As others ventured into the Sinclair estate, they heard tales of love that bore witness to both struggles and small triumphs, igniting motivation long hidden. Still, they never forgot the quiet whispers, that initially defined their journey, turning shadows into strength, teaching lessons written in the moonlit corners of their hearts. As generations blossomed, the Sinclairs became champions of authenticity. The turning seasons, coupled with wondrous laughter, echoed in harmony with their passionate belief, as souls untangled from silence, gifting the world an indelible legacy that thrived upon the roots of truth. And so, amid the green gardens and radiant laughter, the impact of love prevailed, a legacy intertwined with courage, revealing the truth that each heart possesses untold stories waiting to be set free. As candlelight flickered softly against the walls of the estate, Lady Evelyn finally learned the essence of liberation, the nourishing belief that relationships flourish not in perfection, but in the courage to embrace vulnerability together. Cedric, a partner reclaiming their foundation, grew into the very embodiment of understanding and devotion, forever nestled amongst the richness of love and the bonds they forged. In this ever-evolving tale, every heart intertwined sang a melodic hymn, echoing that true love transcends life's intricacies through virtues laid bare, an enchanting legacy that began with one woman's courage to claim her voice, emerging from the silence that once confined her beneath the weight of expectation. As the years progressed, the Sinclair estate transformed into a bastion of hope, a place where love converging with courage bore witness to the beauty of honesty. Lady Evelyn graced the corridors with unprecedented passion, instilling in every heart the conviction that courage lay in vulnerability. Each gathering became a celebration, where whispered truths flowed freely, echoing into the very fabric of change. Cedric continued to grow alongside her, unearthing his authentic self amid a world that often swayed towards silence. They were a force forged by connection, reminiscent of wildflowers pushed through the cracks of polished stone, flourishing against all odds. As they ventured into new pursuits together, they embraced shared dreams, knowing that their story, crafted with resilience and light, would ripple through time, steadfast in the belief that the grounding strength of love remains unyielding, even amidst the storms of life. In the twilight of their lives, Lady Evelyn and Lord Cedric found themselves often reflecting on their journey, cemented by an enduring truth. Every heart has the power to conquer silence through authenticity. Residing within the embrace of gentle gardens, laden with blooms reminiscent of their shared aspirations, they reveled in the beauty of a life rejoiced. Their story became a timeless treasure, an ethereal testament to those exploring the realms of silence, the vivid legacy woven by two souls who dared to voice their desires, transforming barriers into bridges, thus leaving a world enriched with transient hopes. Every gathering, every shared laughter became a flickering flame amidst the darkness, fueling the courage of today's dreamers, igniting the notion that love finds its way beyond every prison of silence, forever guiding hearts towards a profound understanding of themselves and each other. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the walls of the Sinclair estate stood adorned with echoes of laughter, prayers, and dreams. It served as a living reminder, a sanctuary heralding the truth that love, once unlaced from silence, could flourish and echo into perpetuity. Lady Evelyn, surrounded by her beloved friends and family, understood her legacy. Sparkling tales weaved with the strength of community continued to inspire future generations, encouraging them to speak freely and openly. Her life was a testament that the power of authenticity is unmatched, encouraging others to reclaim their narratives, forging connections unafraid of judgment. As the golden light faded into twilight, a resounding mantra echoed, "Every heart's truth, when given voice, possesses the strength to change destinies," resonating throughout time, lighting the way for all to embrace their true selves. With every dawn, memories danced in the sun's premier light, nudging Lady Evelyn to embrace the gifts of new beginnings. The estate thrived, its grounds flourishing with the spirits of those who had crossed through its grand gates, their intertwined journeys a testament to life's mysteries. Each budding flower represented a joy unfurling with every heartbeat. Love, shown in a myriad of colors and shades, graced every branch of the home they had built together. Cedric's laughter mingled harmoniously with the echoes of mirth that spilled from every corner, fortifying their bond against the passage of time. For every voice that graced those grounds illustrated love's persistence. It resonated not merely as an anecdote from another age, but a living, breathing testament of courage, thriving amid whispers of the past. Seasons continued their tale, stitching life into intricate patterns beneath the capacious skies. Evelyn and Cedric cherished every moment. Surrounded by friends and enveloped by laughter, they embraced a future embellished with hope. Each shared story revealed vibrant dreams sewn into the fabric of their lives, something greater than themselves, whose echoes triumphantly soared beyond the arms of silence. And so every gathering basking in the glow of candlelight marked another page turned, a tapestry growing denser, ever growing with tales of strength and beauty, sewn into their joint existence. They knew that this legacy they etched together surpassed mere words. It would pave the way for many more souls set free, cultivating gardens ever richer in reminders that live within truth. Each heartbeat coursed through the hallowed halls, singing melodies of aspiration, vast and unyielding. Under the watchful gaze of the moonlit sky, the world around them whispered sweet promises of tomorrow, entreating them to explore the uncharted paths ushering forth, their hearts united in a dance of dreams. Both Cedric and Evelyn knew the strength of togetherness ignited newfound courage, lifting voices to engage in the struggles of society shared so closely amidst their noble upbringing. The laughter still rolled, as many ventured forth seeking truth. The vibrant energy vibrated throughout the estate, enveloping the very essence of community and kinship, ever shining with resilience. Together, they stood unwavering, ready to meet whatever storms may come. With each flowering bloom that brushed against the ground, they cherished the gift of empathy, eager to sow the seeds of their truths into the hearts of many, allowing love to cascade and pave the way for discoveries yet to be made. As whispers of uncertainty attempted to creep into their lives, Evelyn and Cedric held firm to one another, leading a spirited dance with love, patience, and resilience. Each day blossomed with possibility, as they became champions for those who continued to struggle silently against the contours of society. The Sinclair estate bore witness to the evolution of proving love's transformative power. Laughter resonated amidst gatherings, and understanding found a home within their hearts. Each printed page and every new story shared underscored the lessons learned, the conviction to face life's challenges with sincerity, honesty, and an unyielding spirit. So often they would lose themselves amid the gathering twilight, coupled by dreams that threaded through the twilight skies, a golden promise that the essence of love blooms even in the darkness, always offering a guiding light for those brave enough to follow their truth. And in the delicate fragility of life, there was found a monument of grace, encouraging those longing for clarity in their own stories. The power of love bridged the gaps between divisions, becoming a resonant echo across communities, yearning for illumination. With each gathering held beneath the stars, Evelyn became the champion of voices, yet unheard, dedicated to positioning every dreamer on the pathway to authenticity, a shared mission that flourished under the glow of sincerity. The estate transformed into an iconic hub where hope mingled with warmth, forging bonds that would linger in memory for years to come. As each soul ventured through the estate's gates, they were enveloped with encouragement to pursue not just dreams, but an understanding of their own essence. Time ceased to unravel, as love emerged and cascaded deep into the heart, forever influencing the legacy of those bathed in light. The eternal dance continued onward, an orchestrated melding overflowing with authenticity that continued to shape destinies. Together, Lady Evelyn and Lord Cedric infused every gathering with boundless energy, a love modelled upon resilience, triumphing even amidst the thorns and storms that life inevitably conjured. They bore witness to the blossoming of heart and dreams rekindled within every soul they touched, reminding all that liberation thrives amid community and connection. As the seasons unfurled like the pages of a beloved book, the legacy of the Sinclairs evolved, imbued with a lineage steadfast in energy, captivated by love, emboldened by courage, and invigorated by the power of self-exploration. Forevermore, the garden they nurtured became a prominent blossom, a sacred reminder to both lovers and dreamers that silence is never the answer, and vulnerability is ultimately where the magic awakens. As time weaved a rich tapestry of memories, Evelyn and Cedric often found themselves laughing beneath the stars, each flicker kindling the shared whispers of gratitude for all that had unfolded. With every laughter, every hand clasped allowed more light to seep in, their journey a colorful mosaic showcasing boundless freedom. Their love story etched a narrative that transcended boundaries, teaching the arrival of voices is celebrated, not stifled. From the garden of their estate emerged a haven of compassion and empathy, where every flower marveled at regeneration, a nurturing testament of change and growth. Together, they inspired a new dawn, where each courageous heartbeat lifted spirits, imbued with hope that resided in the embrace of shared truth, unshackling those trapped in silence and gifting light to the shadows where dreams dared to blossom. As years turned into memories, the Sinclair estate stood as an eternal flame, casting light upon the journey inspired by love. Lady Evelyn's laughter reverberated throughout the halls, marked by unyielded strength, becoming an embodiment of community, connection, and courage formed through authenticity. The legacy of her heart unfolded, reminding everyone that even the softest voice carries immeasurable impact. In her work alongside Cedric, they forged a captivating bond, a testament of trust stitched lovingly within the fabric of understanding that flourished. With every heartbeat, every flickering star guiding their path, an invitation extended to all, echoing the sentiment that love holds sway through the darkest valleys, where dreams seem distant. It proclaimed with certainty, "Embrace your truth, speak your name, and let the flame of hope burn brightly," a beacon anchoring those seeking their path within the shadows. For one anchor observed as they eased into the twilight of their lives, the Sinclair estate flourished with stories woven into the tapestry of friendship and kinship that surrounded them. Lady Evelyn and Lord Cedric, hand in hand, embraced each moment with laughter and tenderness cultivated through time. Their foundations grew, each anchored in desires fulfilled, wielding a shift that extended beyond time and space into the world, a living testament that echoed into eternity. They cultivated lives rich in color, illuminating the hearts of many and nurturing aspirations fading into shadows. Within that radiant space, amid the thrum of laughter and resilience, hope continued to blossom, each pulse echoing the lesson that fulfillment awaits all those brave enough to stand in their truth, welcoming light through even the darkest of corridors. The heart of every journey lay in its evolution of transformation, unwinding stories sculpted under the bright hues of authenticity. Lady Evelyn, with Cedric beside her, lived enveloped by those open to the whispers of possibility, where dreams had unfurled across time in hospitality flowing through every chamber of the estate. Each season marked the birth of stories born from promises kept through guiding hearts with tender strength, an everlasting dance that transcended life's tribulations. In moments shared amid laughter, their life together affirmed that beginnings can take root every single day in the minds of those willing to embrace their truth. For together they understood, with vibrant enthusiasm thrumming through their veins, that every heartbeat added to the rich fabric of existence weighs beautifully when bound by love, where hope forever shines on the horizon, a flame eternally ignited. As they journeyed further into each subsequent season, laughter rang through the halls of their estate, transcending the bounds of mortality, a tribute to the shared history that stitched together many lives. They became beacons of resilience as they continued to welcome stories from every corner, each voice layered with both challenge and triumph that graced their hearts and spaces generously. The power of love and vulnerability echoed through their surroundings, enriching the cycles of life flourishing around them. Amidst the grandeur of the estate, they found themselves often reflecting on the years, memories cultivated in the sunlit corners, becoming whispers of infinity, a testament to the heart's eternal journey. Together, they forged a reality waiting outside of societal confines, where every dreamer was worthy, every truth deserving of acknowledgement, and every heart carried with it the boundless potential to inspire change within us all. In the final days, as the sun dipped below the horizon, the blossoms in the Sinclair garden shone vibrantly, an idyllic setting where the threads of their journey intertwined with nature's grace. Together, Lady Evelyn and Lord Cedric often meandered through the winding paths of their estate, hand in hand, sharing laughter and whispers spun from the fabric of a life lived authentically. They understood that within their hearts lay a bond deeper than mere companionship. It became a love story, capable of transcending time, encapsulating every moment spent nurturing both each other and those drawn to their light. Each day brought a fulfillment woven with warmth, a world of sincerity waiting patiently just beyond the horizon, where every moment offered an opportunity, a chance to embrace dreams, awakened by the courage to speak their truth, a promise held tenderly and unbreakable amidst the echoes of life. And so, with love's unyielding embrace, Lady Evelyn and Lord Cedric ventured forward, hearts steadfast as they walked beyond the silhouette of their legacy. Generations healed, stories awoke, and every soul they touched became an intricate thread woven into the chronicles of their lives, an everlasting reminder that beauty blooms from vulnerability. The Sinclair estate thrived amid laughter, with blooming laughter at every gathering held, hearts dancing in unison, intertwining to create a future more vivid than each dream held within. Together, they knew each story possessed the ability to illuminate shadows, freeing souls from the prisons of silence, one conversation, one heart at a time, projecting whispers from the past into a bright future where love proclaims anew. For the essence of truth, nurtured deeply by connection, forever rippling through time, would continue to inspire, embrace, and unite, becoming the shared genesis of a revival nourished by hope and authenticity that remains prevalent, echoing through the hearts of us all. With every cycle of seasons breathing life into their estate, Lady Evelyn and Lord Cedric embraced the vitality of love, intertwined lives creating a legacy steeped in authenticity. Every fragrant bloom that arose within the garden marked a celebration of fortitude and truth, reminding all that love unfurls as a sacred arc. Together, they cultivated every moment with gentle resilience, inviting those yearning for purpose to share in the beauty of life's journey. Each tale spun a reflection of hope, awakening echoes of all they had endured, a symphony celebrating the unyielding power of connection. The simplicity of laughter caught in warm embraces carried deep significance, a reminder of friendships cultivated, families expanded, and dreams transformed, projecting an everlasting glow of love that would continue to flourish, one heartbeat at a time, in a vibrant mosaic uniting every whisper of possibility. As they wandered through their garden, recreating memories intricately woven into the seams of their lives, the legacy of Lady Evelyn and Lord Cedric bloomed brighter than the blossoms gracing their paths. The Sinclair estate thrived, a sanctuary alive with joy, embodying every ethos of connection birthed from love's resilience. The whispers of those who found their way to the estate became a vital part of the journey, the threads stitching generations together, bridging divides with courage. In every gathering, laughter resonated, the echoes of rich stories shared that cultivated a community empowering every heart to reclaim their narrative. They had learned that silence no longer held power over them, but dissolved into the warmth of honesty, a guiding principle through each chapter of their continuing adventure. Ultimately, they offered light and warmth to those caught within their narrative, inviting others to bridge their exodus into authenticity, freely diffusing warmth among them through each flickering star, a promise for tomorrow unfolding. With time, the estate blossomed into an enduring narrative woven by the hearts of many. Lady Evelyn and Lord Cedric grew together, shaped by the souls who had joined their journey, each one imprinting wisdom in the vivid tapestry filled with laughter and resilience. Life at Sinclair became a haven where passion and dreams mingled, emphasizing the importance of collective stories nurturing empowerment. Each interaction cultivated previously untold strength, equipping hearts to carry forward legacies of hope. Through all the reflections of those witnessed in the light, they endeavored to capture love's essence, when no longer confined to silence, unconcealing the beauty hidden inside every journey. The echoes reverberating through generations were colored with moments of vulnerability, the soft lullaby of authentic connections, guiding them always along unmarked paths of transformation. As years unfurled like the petals of spring, the garden encapsulated the spirit of every moment, each bloom symbolizing resilience, awakening the hearts of many to the importance of self-expression and the power love has to heal. Lady Evelyn and Lord Cedric became the embodiment of the commitment to nurture journeys shared, standing alongside one another through challenges, victories, and timeless tribulations. Destiny blossomed in every conversation, where strength echoed, acknowledging the richness of life lived courageously, awakening deep truths wrapped within each soul. As the seasons continued their waltz, an unbroken love story prevailed, one written in connection, memories cherished and led forth by the unwavering belief that love's essence resides in every heartbeat. they became the keepers of stories blooming forward. A beautiful legacy forever further woven into the heart of each life, touched by their enduring truth. With every rhythm of time unfurling lush green pastures, Lady Evelyn and Lord Cedric stood resolute in their unwavering belief that love was the guiding compass lighting the path forward. As the echo of laughter enveloped them, their estate transformed into a sanctuary for dreamers, a cherished refuge that brought together diverse voices, preserving the stories once constrained by shadows. Inspired by the lessons learned along the way, they nurtured souls emerging from silence, reverberating warmth enveloping them in the embrace of shared authenticity. Each gathering united ideas dreaming of helping those seeking truth. The legacy established by courage, it became one that flourished through lives filled with the power of hope. Witnessing love flow throughout their community, they reaffirmed the reminder that every heart holds the worth of fostering a world where dreams unfold seamlessly, a legacy bound to continue blooming in the joy of shared existence. As the seasons danced through time, a profound realization echoed in the heart of the Sinclair estate. Love flourishes amid shared truths. Lady Evelyn and Lord Cedric cultivated deeper relationships, fostering connections that transcended superficiality, inviting individuals stepping out from the shadows. Each shared moment, whether brightened beneath the sun's gleam or softened in moonlight, wove together a narrative shaped by collective consciousness, a canvas painted through empathy that continued to grow. The symphony of voices intertwined, revealing hidden dreams cherished in the hearts of many, growing tendrils of courage reaching far and wide. Together, they penned an ongoing saga, a legacy destined to strengthen over time, inviting all eagerly chosen to enter the garden, defined by beauty, nurtured through vulnerability, and truth everlasting in continuous resonance. In the sanctuary of their estate, Lady Evelyn and Lord Cedric thrived, encouraging dreams molded by authenticity that fired passions igniting the embers of truth. The community that blossomed became a vibrant tapestry of perspectives, experiences rippling through time as their hearts welcomed every soul interwoven into the fabric of family. The laughter echoed louder, stronger, reflecting the multitude of lives passing through the estate, each story marked by strength amidst vulnerability. As they ventured forward together, family dinners transformed into heartfelt gatherings, a delightful celebration of unity. Their home became a haven where spirits mingled, offering warmth and encouragement to the seekers yearning for change. Lady Evelyn learned continually that love crafts a celebration in every moment, weaving together connections that transcend the mundane into the realms of a shared journey that blooms with possibilities, inspiring waves of light sent forth to spread far and wide through passionate hearts. Among laughter, heartfelt truths resonated. Each gathering witnessed rising valiant voices, individuals proudly sharing their stories, working harmoniously to shift the narrative towards self-empowerment. Lady Evelyn and Lord Cedric discovered their legacy fortified, one filled with joy tangibly felt at every gathering, as they honored the relationships cultivated through generations long past. Every person welcomed became part of the collective story, a heartbeat in the lively symphony entwined within the cosmos of the Sinclair family. As time unfurled, they would often speak of love's nurturing capacity, believing wholeheartedly that every thread woven with kindness leads towards truth, guiding countless others reverberating to light. Each shared moment bore testament to the profound realization that life was an artful dance, with every gentle heartbeat marking the moments that would continue to blossom forever. As seasons danced their merry waltz, their estate stood fulfilled with laughter bouncing against the sun-soaked walls. Lady Evelyn and Lord Cedric breathed life into spaces ripe with dreams, a vibrant tapestry sewn together with threads of empathy, anchoring hearts searching for courage to rise and share their stories. Within these treasured walls lay a core truth. Each soul felt welcomed. Together, they founded a hearth that illuminated and transformed lives. Together, hand in hand, they explored the horizon of possibilities unfolding before them, a blend of colors igniting the fire of humanity held within every person. As new blossoms emerged, the beating hearts attending each gathering sang melodies of renewal, the rhythm of resilience pulsing within, resonating like a gentle call to engage and nurture the soul. Together, they embraced the journey forged within their family, A beautiful legacy flourishing, forever enriched by a flourish of kindness, bridging generations with shared wisdom, burgeoning at the heart of community. Years later, the echoes of love remained ever present within the Sinclair estate, an echo born in the laughter shared, the dreams nurtured, and the freedom of voices unfurling. Lady Evelyn felt the promise of each dawn rising envelop her. She embraced excitement embroidered into every gathering. Together, she and Cedric understood deeply the beauty of relationships built with understanding, mirroring their ascent while standing strong for all who entered their lives. Each interaction lent credence to the resilience that remained immutable. Time weaved shimmering tapestries of love, inviting dreamers to step into a bright new world where hope flourishes eternally. Surrounded by the legacy they had established, they breathed renewed energy into the garden of memories that blossomed with creativity and warmth, inviting every heart that brushed through to discover fulfillment, a testament to shared existence forever adorned by love's gentle embrace. And as new chapters began, Lady Evelyn stood resolute, understanding that the essence of authenticity imbued trust while shaping a profound legacy. Each gathering reflected the desire to nurture connections with love and joy. Together, they became culprits of change, wielding compassion as their strongest weapon amidst strewn odds. The Sinclair estate transformed into a sanctuary where all dared to thread their narratives together. It became a harmonious union where lessons learned, tears shed, and victories celebrated were woven beautifully into one resounding voice. As every heart sought warmth, they found shelter among the whispers and compounding dreams sharing a space once silent. There lay secrets hidden within their stories, converging into a masterpiece that promised to bloom vibrantly, igniting the journey of many who would dare to embrace their voice in generations yet to come. One evening, beneath the shimmering veil of stars, the echoes of time paused as Lady Evelyn and Lord Cedric strolled through the lush, fragrant garden, a microcosm of life glowing with hope. Together, Ho understood the power that resides within love, a theme carefully threaded into the fabric of their shared legacy. Each conversation sparked clarity, inviting those seeking purpose to find varying degrees of brightness nestled within their hearts. Celebrating the vibrancy of their connections fueled the drive to speak freely of dreams, actively igniting the power to unveil futures, gifted through vulnerability, nurtured into courage. Their lives transcended mere existence. Lives intricately woven resonated primal screams of joy interlocked with sincerity, silently imparting the belief that an open heart remains the essence of change, thus igniting the flame leading them to imagine potential stretching forth since. With every passing season, the legacy of love illuminated futures previously unseen, a guiding motion passing through the doors of the Sinclair estate. Lady Evelyn became a beacon, inspiring those upon whom she'd bestowed her wisdom to step forth, reminding them that courage burgeons through shared stories, transformed into vibrant hope. The organic threads of formality began to intertwine with authenticity, and hearts echoed with the truth they'd unearthed amidst vulnerability's sharp edges. Laughter echoed delightfully, mingled with shared dreams woven together, a foundation built by firelight illuminating dreams blossoming into reality. They spoke of promises kept and lives entwined, illustrating the way love remains an everlasting, blossoming force within every heart. With every beat they etched into history, the world recognized that love can flourish even amongst silence, birthing the relentless pursuit of dreams that flow freely into the pulse of life. As the sun dipped low on the horizon, the Sinclair estate transformed into a realm where laughter intertwined. Lessons learned mingled freely, reminding every visitor of warmth molded over time. As the years unfurled, Lady Evelyn and Lord Cedric reflected upon every encounter that shaped their legacy, a vibrant tapestry contrasting the stillness that once surrounded their lives. Illuminated by flickering light, their journey merged into collages of glowing memories, a testament to what love crafted over generations spent nudging dawns, passing hope forward amid fulfilled promise. They reserved space for friends, beacons of strength guiding wanderers home, the monument erected to honor the triumphant story blooming from the ashes of silence. Even against the onslaught of eternity, this journey promised that change can reach beyond societal shackles, ringing true the belief in love's steadfast pulse flowing through time. In the twilight of their lives, The Sinclair estate became an everlasting testament, a gracious reminder of all learned during the journeys undertaken within its embrace. Lady Evelyn's spirit soared amid laughter, while Lord Cedric stood strong, having evolved dynamically as partners fused through the fires of vulnerability. They lavished in youthful hearts anew, gathered and united within their walls, dreams mingling among the blossoms flourishing year after year. With each seed sown, they reinforced the imperative truth that every person held the right to live boldly openly, to find the courage to voice their intrinsic narratives. As they shared stories painted with adventure, courage, they pulled layers like brilliantly hued tapestries, maneuvering beneath their hands, imbued with possibility, woven with care, each radiant stroke planting whispers, bisecting histories filled in high spirits. A vision created by love offering an unyielding tomorrow, shining through the miracle of dreams realized. Years melted into moments that crystallized all learned. The universal principles whispered sweetly in every cherished breath amid the grounds of the estate. Evelyn and Cedric highlighted the interconnectedness that united with the past, and as they celebrated the strength in stories shared, they continually invited others to evolve along their journey. The life they led summoned forth an audacious joy, a guiding essence unraveling for the world. They diligently enriched one another with the essence of authenticity, becoming narrators of change and evolving into neighbors who held supportive hearts alight amid the dawn of hopes realized. At their estate, conversations brimmed. They grew and shifted, inherently artistic compositions uniting every soul daring to rise, illustrating that love persists in offering guidance into the empty spaces yearning to be filled forevermore. As seasons passed, the hopes and dreams residing at the Sinclair estate shared echoes of all that was nurtured together. Lady Evelyn, steadfast in her mission, poured love into each gathering, offering wisdom and understanding to the many lives touching theirs. Forever embedded in fabrics embroidered with kindness, her voice filled the air, weaving fascination through the hearts of those gathered. The shared symphony played on. Melodies layered with stories converging in the ether sought to lift spirits bound by silence. Cedric, inspired by this powerful legacy, embraced transformation within his pursuits, allowing for the liquid essence of life to revel in this unfolding tale. Together, they stoked the flames of connection and reminded each soul that dreams were always within reach, imploring one another toward a position of courage, a space where every heart could flourish authentically, boldly positioned against the shadows of yesterday, breaching forever towards the promise of tomorrow born out of love. Dancing beneath the expansive skies, the Sinclairs anchored their legacy into the core of the community, as they weaved dreams of bright infinity amid their gatherings. Lady Evelyn became forever the architect of hearts pulled towards truth, reminding each soul that every note played in the reflection of honesty reverberated forth with a sense of love and courage. With every moment affirming human connection and belonging, she donned bold hues, a soft palette interwoven into the essence of their remarkable journey. Cedric stood resolute, radiating warmth, exuding tenderness born through learning to listen, letting dreams inspire lives questing for the presence of desiring impact. Love flourished amid abundant laughter, while welcoming all yearning to explore more of themselves, an unbroken promise that time extended beneath the shadows may yet prove the soft glow of authenticity. While years sped ahead, the harbingers of love revealed remnants sown among the ashes, once dwelling in the estate, that had shared stories now echoing throughout generations. Lady Evelyn became a reminder of love's indelible impact, serving as a guiding light, illuminating pathways for all looking for how to step into their truth. Every conversation reverberated, each soul felt called forth, inviting forth kindred spirits to bask in the authenticity that enveloped the grounds. The air pulsed with dreams rising into the world, a testimony birthed with the power to achieve myriad realities once unseen. Cedric remained steadfast alongside, enlivening hopes, mindfully embodying their intertwined destinies, becoming beacons for those still awaiting their flames to ignite. Through nurturing hearts wrapped around dreams soaring upward and promises stated, the estate extended open arms, embracing newly painted horizons elevated by love's power and passion, kindling through challenges faced together. Underneath the ever-changing skies, the Sinclair estate experienced a renaissance. each season fashioning memories into new tapestries, revealing the strength of community born from love. Lady Evelyn and Lord Cedric endured the ebb, grasping every heartbeat echoing inside as they stood anchored to one another, filled with joy and laughter shared among kin. Their legacy served as a magnificent fresco, imparted with tales braided into the essence of shared truths, a narrative celebrating the light of human struggle, triumphing in authenticity. Every gathering brought together those seeking connection, filling hearts with warmth that blossomed forth into the promise of new beginnings. Love flourished resolutely, ascending even amid adversity, proving that the vines of hope intertwine ever-reaching, growing stronger, all the while nesting the very essence of shared humanity in a world circling steadily under the blanket of human experience. Time marched on, luminous in its passage, reminding Lady Evelyn and Lord Cedric of the depth of love ignited through storms encountered, and every layer woven around them grew exquisite in complexity. Each garden stroll became a way to connect with their legacy, echoes of laughter softly weaving together, memories and sentiments of transformation gracefully emanating. Empowered by shared experiences, they basked in the depth of their collaboration, humble servants of the chronicles stitched into the fabric, connecting them to those forming part of their extended narratives. With hearts awash in the sun's golden light, they found inspiration amid the cadence of integrated lives, reminded that love's rhythm never faltered, even in shadows, holding both simplicity and an endlessly unfurling dream embroidered amid lifelong dreams once stifled. With every turning of the seasons, the Sinclair estate pulsed vibrantly with life, an ever-evolving testament to Lady Evelyn and Lord Cedric's legacy emerging from the depths of silence into the glow of honesty. Every gathering overflowed with love, reinforcing the chambers of heart, transformed by vulnerability. In nurturing kindness, they cultivated both gardens and souls, roots growing deeper still, extending around every corner, entwined with the essences gifted through truth spoken openly. Each person passing through spoke volumes, even in muted tones, striking symphonies graced with every breath taken. As time continued to unfurl, they remained steadfast, weaving threads among each encounter, finding warmth that bubbled forth, rekindling hope for those daring to walk through life together, all driven by the sacred belief that love enlightens what was once hidden and emboldened by compassion that nourishes every heart. And so, with the whirring of laughter echoing through the estate, a profound truth emerged. Love thrives on connection, an exquisite dance where bonds blossom together. Lady Evelyn, forever nurturing each emotion weaved into the fibers embracing her, grew even stronger amid affection's shelter. Cedric's heart embraced the strength once shrouded, glowing vividly until it found the essence of the man he had become beside the love he had fiercely borne. Shared stories unfolded around crowded tables steeped in warmth, where lessons learned layered intricately into golden revelations felt in every heartbeat. Each gathering marked the forging of bonds shaped by dreams, where the path to tomorrow sparkled before them. Love swept forward, twirling stories nestled in the embrace of hope, serving as gentle reminders that perseverance against the odds stretches beyond time, where life, a beautiful rhythm, persists long after the music fades. In conclusion, as the pages of history unfurled like silk, Lady Evelyn and Lord Cedric stood together. A testament to love persisted through the silence, illuminating the lives of countless souls inspired along the way. Their estate thrived, a beacon fostering dreams untold embraced within the intricate dance of narrative, where voices were cherished and connections blossomed forward unabated. Even amidst shifting tides of time, they did not falter. Their legacy crescendoed, a heartfelt testament of compassion ignited through every moment shared, laughter ringing lightly within the hallowed walls, now vibrant with understanding and empathy. The Sinclair essence expanded beyond what was once hidden, and the power of love reshapes destiny itself, forever etching its story through experiences shared that bravely chanted, inviting hearts, our hearts, to claim our truth. As time whispered softly into twilight, Lady Evelyn and Lord Cedric continued to nurture their estate, a radiant essence rooted firmly within the legacy they forged together. Through laughter shared and stories exchanged, echoes of love ran freely, instilling courage among every heart stepping toward truth. The bonds formed within the walls enveloped those sharing dreams into a vibrant tapestry, one capable of illuminating shadows lingering in the corners. With every gathering, the estate opened wide, inviting individuals to explore the echoes of their yearning. The vibrant blooms emanated warmth, fueling energies that blossomed once more. In this tranquil space, where authentic voices united to create miracles anew, they remained the steadfast champions, the guardians of purpose, forging unbreakable bonds through kindness and beauty, even amid doubt, forever becoming the petals nurtured by friendship, illuminated brightly in the tapestry of existence. As they continued their journey forward, intertwined lives shaped the very essence of hope, a guiding compass crafted from love, now held dearly. Lady Evelyn and Lord Cedric cultivated that promise through the growing bonds of deeply rooted relationships. The estate, existing as a monument of change, funneled spirits inward toward refreshing wonders, lying just below the surface, illuminating paths untraveled to teach all daring to walk through authentic existence. Time became neither friend nor foe, but merely a period stretching whenever the whispers of dreams resurfaced in the tapestry, spanning wide around the thriving estate. They stood in reverence, witnessing every promise nurtured, reminding each person that strength lay alongside vulnerability, that voices may no longer contend with silence, brightly spilling forth as blossoms of tomorrow emerged. An eternal reminder that love flourishes and nurtures, continually expanding until it touches upon every heart willing to embrace its embrace. Years melded into timeless moments filled with clarity and growth as laughter echoed in the Sinclair home, a cherished legacy whose resonance would never leave. Lady Evelyn and Lord Cedric remained vigilant in sharing and celebrating truths in the world around them. Their bond grew resilient with each generation, cascading through their life stories, interweaving light and love along the way. Beyond the estate, they nurtured many hearts longing for connection, discovering the richness found in every shared smile and look filled with hope. They bore witness to moments where gilded promises sprouted from the dust of yesterday, documented within their lineage through laughter cherished and unity deeply felt. Their home could be a vibrant garden bursting with renewed energy, one forged within the embrace of understanding and grace, each bloom honoring the gentle reminder that transforming silence into song, every heart, a reservoir of dreams waiting patiently to be celebrated. As the sun unleashed its golden beams across the Sinclair estate, every day marked a new chapter in a story spanning centuries filled with connections and love. Together, Lady Evelyn and Lord Cedric continued filling their legacy, with the laughter resonant in the hearts entwined with their own, a testament to life's most significant truth, that every voice should flourish unreservedly within bonds formed. Through cultivation of community, they discovered strength defined through friendships forged anew, making way for blossoms of compassion to break through old patterns of silence that no longer defined them. Each season brought honor and possibility woven together as they shared dreams bathed in kindness. The laughter harmonizing with live melodies would cascade down generations, creating a beautiful tapestry where love remained at the core, inspiring the emerging dreams eager to take flight beneath the mantle of nurturing existence. Thus, tied to the riches of life's vibrant journeys, Lady Evelyn and Lord Cedric found fulfillment cherished in the moments shared. The laughter resounded with warmth underneath the fragrant boughs of their gardens. Every guest that stepped inside the Sinclair estate became part of a narrative unique to the rich legacy they had cultivated together, a world born from love's embrace, evoked through layers filled with sensitive stories, yearning to breathe life anew. They neither sought perfection nor expected silence to helm their hearts. Instead, they welcomed the uniqueness found in every tale told, knowing that joy radiated from the depths of vulnerability woven tightly to authenticity. With every breath shared, they came to understand that every heart possesses unparalleled beauty, inspiring a deeper connection that transcends the shallowness of societal obligation. Their union created a sanctuary where individual truths flourished into the collective, a beautiful reflection of humanity enriched by the vibrant energies shared within. Thus, the legacy of the Sinclair estate continued, vibrant and alive, a haven where love, laughter, and the courage to share truth became the very fabric of existence, echoing lovingly through generations yet to come. As the tapestry of their lives grew ever more intricate, Lady Evelyn and Lord Cedric understood the importance of honoring their past, while forging ahead into an uncertain yet thrilling future. Each gathering provided a sacred space for remembrance, a homage to every soul who had shared in their journey, past cast in the soft glow of candlelight and laughter. With each story tenderly woven into the fabric of their lives, they created extensions of themselves, ensuring no moment or lesson went unacknowledged. Laughter danced through winding hallways and blossomed among the gardens where friendships flourished, creating connections that transcended boundaries, allowing authenticity and vulnerability to invite healing. Standing together, they reveled in the richness of life's lessons learned, knowing that facing challenges and cultivating resilience further expanded their nearness to one another, a treasured gift gently cradled by love and sincerity. In the sanctuary of their estate, Lady Evelyn and Lord Cedric reveled in each other's company, weaving memories like ribbons through their hearts. With every whisper of wind rustling through the trees and laughter lingering upon the air, they understood they had created a legacy, not born solely from their individual destinies, but a union enriched through shared triumphs and experiences. Each person welcomed became more than a visitor. They became family, a vital thread bound within ongoing stories of courage and adventure. Nurturing bonds flourished in sincerity. The essence of their gentleness unfolded in celebrations of presence and connection. A home filled with laughter, where dreams embraced one another, and the blossoms of tomorrow burst forth vibrantly in the sanctity of love. They moved forward, hand in hand, a whirlwind of hope, illuminating the world around them as they ventured forth, forever united in their passions, while promising to cultivate kindness wherever they roamed. As time unfurled and families grew, the Sinclair estate continued to radiate wisdom and love, becoming a timeless reservoir of relationships that instantiated with every heartbeat. Lady Evelyn and Lord Cedric stood firmly at the center, an eternal beacon of connection that reassured those who entered their world that sharing truth is the strongest root of bonds unbroken. Each voice spoken carried significance. Their gatherings became a swirling symphony of stories, echoing resilience and celebration. Together, they drove transformative change, ensuring that the experiences shared were not relegated to memory, but became living testaments to the power of love's imprint. So as guests walked beneath the archways of their home, they discovered not just echoes of the past, but invitations filled with promise, a constant reminder that genuine connection can always grow, enriching spirits while igniting the flames of possibility lying dormant within. With every new dawn, Lady Evelyn and Lord Cedric revitalized their garden. Each blossom that adorned the estate served as a physical reminder of every moment spent nurturing the interconnected roots of love and compassion. As life continued to unfurl, they embraced the joys and challenges of nurturing not just their own story, but the lives of those around them. Visions of the future came into focus, where hopes mingled harmonically amid swirling laughter and promises made. Every heart counted and embraced. It became crystal clear that their journey sifted beautifully through the threads of time, enveloping those drawn into their warmth with open arms, reflections of flowers bursting alive painted across canvas. Together, they flourished like wildflowers beneath the sun, crafting a world that forever cherished authenticity. The legacy they had built shone brightly, reminding everyone that by engaging in love, significant and extraordinary destinies awaited, a future rippling forth generous blooms, yearning to embrace the earth anew. In closing, as the sun cast its final rays over the Sinclair estate, the essence of love remained palpable, a connection forged through trials, lightening the veils of silence once tethering hearts within confined narratives. Lady Evelyn and Lord Cedric built an indelible legacy, one that extended far beyond themselves, inviting countless spirits to celebrate the blossoming of dreams waiting to unfurl. Their home transformed into a haven, vibrant with warmth and laughter, a safe refuge for dreamers daring to reclaim their truths. Empowered by the stories that ignited their souls, they inspired many to tread boldly into the realm of love and authenticity, forever illuminating possibilities woven delicately across time. Their story, a timeless testimony of resilience and compassion, resonates vividly, reminding all who encounter it that the heart holds boundless capacity to embrace and nurture, transforming silence into a triumphant roar of unity, a glorious testament to life enriched forevermore.